Hey, welcome to today's Nomics update. I'm at my office early on a Sunday morning to record this because it's been a long time, and I think if I don't do these basically every day, I'm not going to do them at all because once I step away, there's just too much. It's like going to the gym, you know. If you don't do it, then it just gets easier to not do it, and then you start never doing it. And that's not good. So my kids are going to be up at any time, so I'm going to try and knock this one out. All right, so I think, God, I can't get this out. So what I want to talk about today, what I'm going to talk about is, the secrecy in this space is just unreal. When I first got started in the cryptocurrency space, I started looking at websites like CoinMarketCap, and there was no about page. There was really no phone number. People wouldn't tell you who they are. People were using pseudonyms. Everyone was like cryptopeeweeherman on Twitter. And for the most part, that trend has continued. So, we do have a few competitors here and there that will say who they are, at least on the consumer side, but for the most part, nobody tell you who they are, and it's kind of sketchy, it's kind of fishy. There's a new this new kind of little website that's popped up recently that I think is actually using our data, using our API, and they won't say who they are. All the domains are hidden, and it's not, I'm not creeping on these people, but it's just my mind is just absolutely just blown by all of this. And I guess what's surprising is how far this mindset has seeped into so many aspects of the space, even on the enterprise side. So I've been doing a lot of talking to reporters recently around something we're going to announce that I'm excited to announce. And one question, one question they ask is, who are some of your customers? And, I'm, the big ones I'm not able to say because we're all wrapped up under NDAs. And I guess that's something I've kind of been surprised about, especially coming from the marketing technology space, from vertical SaaS, where people are giving each other testimonials, where you can use logos on people's homepage, where people list their customers, sometimes without even permission. That's not cool. I wouldn't do that at my past company, but it's really incredible. And in this space, even competitive companies don't want their customers saying who they're getting data from, and it just blows my mind that we'll have conversations sometimes where, like, prior to even having a discussion, prior to even getting on the phone for the first time, maybe a quantitative hedge fund or a similar company might want us to sign an NDA. And, I'm trying to figure out where I stand on this. I know in the VC space, like, Brad Feld and others have written articles about this, but there's a lot of VCs, the vast majority won't sign NDAs, right? So if you're fundraising and you're like, oh, I have this super secret, business idea or business plan or whatever, like you can't even fundraise if you sign an NDA. And, I might search for Brad Feld NDA to find some thoughts and blog posts on this, but it's generally frowned upon. But for the most part, every single one of the companies that might represent a large logo on our landing page, with regards to them being a customer, we can't say who they are. So recently we've actually been offering like some form of discount to, to companies that let us use their logo and, post a testimonial if they like our stuff. But, yeah, that's something that surprised me. I think when I first got involved in this space that if we got a pretty significant, customer, that we'd be able to say who they are. And, that is not the case. That is not the case. And, so I guess I feel a little sheepish when I talk to folks. They're like, who are your customers? I'm like, I can't tell you. And I think it sounds like we're trying to pretend like we're a bigger deal than we are. But yeah, that's just that's just how it's going on. So yeah. So anyway, I wish it were different. Maybe it will be over time. And perhaps that's part of my impetus for even doing this podcast, is because we're not a fund. We're not regulated like a fund. We don't have to have everything that we say to the public ran through an attorney, which is nice. Maybe that's why I'm doing this podcast every day, is just to like exercise my freedom of speech. Yeah. Anyway. All right. That's it. I'm going to go back home and see my kids. Have a great day. Bye.